my name is Psycho. We're here live at Airsoft Revolution 15. And if you're watching this video, you guys already got your power back. And we are in the post-snowpocalypse era, guys. So if you're watching this, this was supposed to be the title of How to Play War Games 2021. And I don't know why this one's showing 2020. I guess we can edit that out right now while we're at it, because it's 2021. Alright, so we're back. Sorry, haven't done a live feed in a long time, so thank you guys for joining me. And let me see, we got Ryan, we got Austin. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining me. This is gonna be your how to play war games. I know it sounds crazy, but the last war games we had a lot of brand new players, not only to war games but to Airsoft in general. So this is gonna be a video breakdown of actually how to play the game. All right, so real quick, where is war games held at? For those of you guys that think it's actually held at the AR-15 Bandera headquarters, it's not. It's actually on 7504 Gas Road in San Antonio, Texas, 78253. It is a 79-acre outdoor field, and the game starts at 0900, where usually, typically Sundays, we don't open till noon in the indoor field. I know I have a lot of players that show up at noon at war games thinking it's the same thing, and it's not. So guys, remember, that's a whole different property. It's a whole different area. So it's at 09 all the way till 1700, which is 5 o'clock for the civilian sectors. All right, so and this is pretty much a breakdown of how we do our breaks and how we do the lunch break and stuff like that. The price did change. It is up to $25 now. If you want to play all day at war games, if you want to have a full day admission where it's indoors and outdoors, then it's gonna be $30. And I mean, that's if you want to finish in both inside and out. And let's go here to the property. So basically, this is the 79 acres, guys. So this is Culebra right here. So if you're coming from 1604, right, and you go not north, but west, you're gonna come down Culebra, right? So once you hit Gas Road, this is a national shooting complex. This is about 600 acres of land. All right, do not go through that property at all. We're gonna go all the way up to this right here. There's like a big old sign, right? And you make a left at Gas Road. Here's a subdivision right here, and you drive up, and it's gonna come down into like a creek area, because this is a creek that goes through Battlegrounds. Okay, so that creek crosses over into this side, but hopefully it's dry by the time we play this Sunday, which is fine. Typically, there's only been one season where we had to cancel because it was just overflowing, and I mean there was like a river crossing over to the other side, where it took a lot of the structures that we had back then, which we no longer have. But guys, when you come in, you're gonna come in through this gate right here, okay? So they do run cattle on here, which is great for us as airsofters, because what ends up happening is the cattle go out and they stomp the ground, they get rid of, they scare away all the stuff that's out there as far as, snakes, critters, or anything like that, and they actually create the trails for you. So these giant cattle go through there, and one donkey, which the only likes Dom for whatever reason. But here we go. So you're gonna come in through this property. You're gonna want to make sure if you come in through the gate and nobody's here attending, you want to close that gate as you come in. Please, 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 please. If you come in, open the gate and close it, and then you can drive in. If there's like 3 or 4 cars, the last car we'll go ahead and just close that gate. That keeps the cattle from going out into the street. You're gonna come up this road here, or you're gonna go around through here. You have 2 ways you can go. You can come all the way up here, and you can come straight here. Okay. And this is where Dom will be at for the admin. Okay. And this is where you can park. All this area here. Last War Games was pretty heavy as far as the parking space, which is fine. We got plenty of property to park at. Never mind all these control points for the time being, but that's for different stuff that we're going to be doing. But all these plus signs here, those are going to be your crosses, your medic crosses. The stars, don't pay too much attention to them if you're actually using our map. You're going to be only looking for these barrels. The barrels is basically where you can respawn at. Back then we used to have yellow team versus green team, but now we're just doing where you have 3 to 4 man squads. Okay? It is 79 acres, and if it's your first time out there, do not team up with somebody that's also brand new. You want to team up with somebody who's been there already and is not going to get lost in the property. Okay, we used to break it off into sectors for you guys, where this is the only area we're going to be fighting in for the time being, but we have not done that in about 5 months or so because we're getting more and more players to where they just want to get out there and take photos, or they want to get out there and have a recon team where they're just in one area and they're gonna be ambushing, or they're gonna be scoping out whatever, and then you got those guys that just want to go out there and shoot everything, right? So you have so many different diversity types of players where now it's pretty much catered to all the players. So you guys want to put a drum mag on a sniper rifle, you can. That was a joke. So, but if you guys wanted to do it, you could. You know what I mean? Meds still, the minimum engagement distance still follow. If you have a sniper rifle, you're at 100 feet. If you have a support weapon, you're at 50 feet. If you're shooting full auto, period, I don't care if your CQB limits, you're gonna be at minimum 20 feet, minimum engagement distance. Okay. And you are going to be fighting in 3 to 4 man teams. Okay. Let's move into our next folder here. All right, press people do not count as the 3 to 4 man teams. So if you see this guy here, this guy, and this guy, and this guy, there's 4 plus the press person, right? So you don't that if you see 5 people, don't point them out. Just and he has a camera or a vest. Press people still have to pay for admission, just because that is one more player on the property, and you want to make sure that that person is also follows the same rules, right? You don't want them. That press person is not going to be pointing out where the enemies are. Is just for taking photos for that team. If that person wants to pick up a rifle and play, by all means, take off the vest, and you can now join the game itself because you did pay for admission. So that alleviates that. So big shout out to Bad Action Airsoft or Bad Action Photography. I can't remember at the moment. I'm sorry, I should have probably looked that up. But if you guys do know who I'm talking about, that is my boy. He does take these awesome photos out there. And this here is US Airsoft. So big shout out to those 2 guys and their YouTube channels and photo photography awesomeness all the way around. Because of that, we probably wouldn't have these awesome photos coming up. All right, so moving on. So press people do not count again unless they want to start fighting. At that point, then we'll that's why we have the breaks. That way we can separate the teams or not. All right, let's go on to our group 3 here. Boom. All right. In order for you to be an active player, guys, you need to have a dead rag. I don't care if we don't do that at this field, we don't do that at this milsim. Well, you're gonna do it here at Airsoft Revolution 15 and all AR-15 events. You will have a dead rag in order for you to be considered an active player. This, guys, gets you from getting overshot. This keeps you from being called a cheater, being, a lot of just stress that you don't need to bring upon yourself. Having a dead rag on you at all times. I don't care if you had one and you lost it. At least you should have one already tied and tethered to your actual kit. Would be awesome. But if not, dude, go get some some rags from like the mechanic shop. I mean, at this point, at anything that anything's just red, that shows that hey, I'm an active player. I'm being shot. It's got to be about at least 12 inches to 18 inches, as a square to show like, hey, I'm hit. Put it on your head if you're sitting down, and you won't get shot or accused of cheating. All right, let's see. Here we go. Sorry, I'm working on there. Okay, here we go. If you're hit, okay, the only two ways that you're going to be medicked is with an ace bandage and or an airsoft tourniquet, okay? So, when you have two ace bandages and this is not an ace bandage. An ace bandage is what it actually has right here on the arm, okay? It's not, you're not holding on to the player. You're not counting to 10 or 20 or whatever you think that's right, or grabbing his foot and trying to do that. That is not how you play at WarGames, okay? You're going to use an ace bandage. If he's in the line of fire and you're trying to medic him, you're probably not a smart idea. Grab that dude, drag him over to an area where it's safe, or get your team to push up past him so that way you can safely medic him, okay? You're going to use an ace bandage or an airsoft approved tourniquet, okay? In order for you to medic a dead player. Pretty self-explanatory, you would think. You have a 2-minute bleed out. So if for whatever reason this guy cannot get to you, which is fine, or he gets shot in the process, you have a 2-minute bleed out. We don't want you to be out there for 5 minutes like in Milsims do, but it is a 2-minute bleed out, which it doesn't take that long. Usually by the time a gunfight's over and done with, you know, you're ready to get up and go medic. And at this point, yes, you can get up and go behind the team that just shot you and medic at an dedicated respawn point. This also makes those players turn around and make sure that they watch their six and not get ambushed from behind. It is a kind of a weird move, but if you wanted to do it, you kind of can. Dead men do not talk, guys, so do not whatsoever be giving away positions while you're on the ground waiting to medic or waiting to push, you know, push forward or whatever that may be. Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as how the game goes. You shoot, get shot, game over. That's simple. 3 to 5 man teams, everything pretty much self-explanatory after that. That's all I got for now. Thank you everybody for joining me for this real quick video breakdown of how to play WarGames. Pretty simple. Hopefully we see you guys out there on February 28th. And if not, it's okay. We'll catch you in the next one. So from my family to yours, live the game. Again.
And if you like that video, make sure to check out all our other ones by subscribing and getting the latest by hitting the notification bell.
Hey guys, don't forget you can earn an all-day admission simply by coming in to play. Fill out this punch card. It's 1 punch per person per visit. Once it's completed, turn it in for an all-day admission.
Don't forget to check out all our other social media sites as far as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch to get some of our latest live streams and latest content out there for you. So we hope to see you guys here. So from our family to yours, live the game.